is so fun to travel all around the world. Boys and girls watching, you may live somewhere else than where we live. We live in Pensacola, Florida. You may live all the way across another place. You may live in China. You may live in England. We've talked about England before. And you may live where we have talked about in another lesson, and we're going to talk about today in Africa. Where are we going to talk about today? Africa. Now, we've even talked about Alaska. And boys and girls watching, you might be from Alaska too. People live all over our beautiful world that God has made. And it's fun to pretend to travel there. And maybe one day, boys and girls, when you grow up, you could travel there too. Well, we have talked about Africa before. Remember, we talked about how they could go and they carry their fruit and vegetables in a basket on their heads, and they carry it from the marketplace. Sometimes they do that. Now, there are stores there, and there are things like that they could go to in other kinds of markets. But sometimes you could go there, and you would find boys and girls and mommies go down to the market, and they would come back, and instead of carrying it in a bag, they would carry it in a big basket, and they would carry it home like that. We've also talked about some animals that you would see from Africa. Now, I have never been to Africa, but I've been to the zoo, and I've seen animals that are from Africa, and I brought some friends with me today that you could snuggle with that are from Africa. We've talked about this animal right here. It's my favorite animal. Could you come find this animal for me? Let's see. Oh, Mila, come find me one of those animals. What animal is it? What animal is that? What's it called? Come and tell me. What's it called? A giraffe. Look at the giraffe. She's got the baby giraffe, and the mama giraffe is right there. God made the giraffe. Now, when we see the giraffe, what is so special about the giraffe? He's got a really long what? Neck. A really long neck. And he likes to eat what?
Leaves.
Leaves. He likes to eat leaves, and God gave him that long neck so that when they could go way up in the top of the trees and eat the leaves that are way up at the top of the leaves. So you could take that back to your seat, and you could pretend to snuggle with him for just a little bit. And then I have another animal that you might see on our card right here from Africa. This animal, oh, he likes to eat bananas. He likes to eat the banana, and then he throws the banana peel. What kind of animal could that be? Let's see. Oh, I'm going to pick Kayla. She's sitting there so nicely. Kayla, could you find me that animal? Let's see. Come stand over here. What animal did you find me? Can you hold it up for us? What animal is that? A monkey or a gorilla. Look at it, looks just like the one on our card. Here, you can snuggle our gorilla. Look at him. He's got his long arms, and that they like to scratch themselves like this, and they have those long arms so they can get all the way into the back of their backs with their thing. And they love to eat their bananas. It's so yummy. So fun. I love to see those monkeys. And they have those long arms so they can swing in the trees, and they grab those branches and swing like this. That's always fun to see the gorilla from Africa. What's another animal that we learned about in Africa? Elisha, find me another animal. What other animal would you like to learn about? Ooh, what animal is that?
Elephant.
An elephant. Let me see your elephant. Look at the elephant. An elephant has a what? What's this called?
Big trunk.
A trunk. We have a nose. Point to your nose. But we don't call it his nose, we call it his long trunk. And he takes that long trunk and he can sniff out those yummy things like peanuts. And he likes to eat like lettuce, and they can even eat like fruit. And they eat that fruit and they get it with their big trunk. And they almost use their trunk like a big hand. And they eat the yummy vegetables. And then they have those big ears. And they use those ears like this to do what?
To fan
themselves when they get all hot, or if a little fly comes and bothers them, they like to use their ear to slap that fly away from them. So an elephant is a fun elephant. And what does E say? As an elephant. So you can take that animal back to your state. And then I see another animal that we learned about in Africa. Oh, this one's so fun. Ooh, I wonder who could find this animal. Luke, come find an animal. Boys and girls watching, do you see your favorite animal that's up here? Maybe you have some of these at your house. Which one would you like to look at? Which one is that one? A zebra. I sure do like the zebra. He's wearing his black and white stripes. We don't know. Is he black with white stripes or white with black stripes? I don't know. When we get to heaven, we can find out. But didn't God make him so special? I love the zebra. And he uses his tail. He can do the same thing like the elephant does. He uses that tail to get rid of those bugs that like to fly around him. And they are kind of like a horse. But you can't ride a zebra. They're not tame. Like you can tame a horse, but zebras, they're not as easy to tame as a horse can. But zebras are an animal that you would find in Africa. Thank you. You may snug it. Look, he even matches. You look like a zebra. Can you run fast like a whole zebra to your chair? I like that. Good job, Luke. And then I have one more. This animal on my card has a big mane, and he's the daddy. And he lets everybody know he's going to protect his family because he's the daddy of the family. Let's see. I'm going to pick Bethany. She's working so hard. Can you find an animal for me? Boys and girls watching, have you already found it on my card, which one I'm talking about? She did. She found, what kind of animal is this? A lion. Good job. The lion has that mane, that fur around his head, and you know that's the daddy. He's the daddy one, and he lets everybody know that he's going to protect his family. Good job. It is fun to travel around the world and learn about different places and different things and different places and the animals that live there. Every place has a different kind of animal that you could find. If you go to Australia, you could find a koala bear. And if you go to Africa, you can find these animals right here. And it is fun to learn about different animals and different places that God has made.